Let us start the lecture on lens maker formula. How to say? Lens maker formula. Just write it. Lens maker formula. Lens maker formula. First of all, we have to know ray diagram. Just see how I draw the ray diagram. The ray diagram is very, very important in this lens maker formula. Just see. We all know lens have two refracting surfaces, or no? Just draw two refracting surface of a lens. Let this one is the first refracting surface of the lens, and this one is the second refracting surface of the lens. Okay, first refracting surface, second refracting surface. Then let us draw a principal axis. Now to draw a principal axis here. Draw a principal axis. Let this is the principal axis. Okay. Then and optical center. This lens has optical center C. We have a point object here O. We have a point object O here. Then draw a incident ray from the point object to the first refracting surface. This one is the incident ray. Incident ray, which means the first refracting surface at A1. At A1. Okay. This one is the angle alpha 1. Then I have to draw a normal at the point of incidence. Yes or no? Then just draw a normal. Draw a normal at the point of incidence. Let this one is the point C1. C1 is the center of curvature of first refracting surface. Let this one is the angle gamma 1. Okay. This is the incident ray. This is the normal. This one is the incident angle I1. Okay. There. If the lens is not present, let this one is the refractive index mu1. This one will be refractive index mu2. Okay. Then if the lens is absent, there is a property of light, there is rectilinear propagation. We all know in one medium the light goes in a straight line direction. Yes or no? Then if the lens is absent, then light must travel in this direction. Yes or no? As lens is present here, and here mu2 is greater than mu1. Mu2 is greater than mu1. This is optically denser medium, and this one is the optically rarer medium. Then what happened? Then the refracted ray, as the ray travels from the optically rarer medium to the optical denser medium, so the refracted ray must bend towards the normal. Let this one is the refracted ray. This one is the refracted ray. If the second refracting surface is absent, then the refracted ray must travel in the straight line direction, which meets the principal axis at I1, and this one is the angle beta 1. Yes or no? As the second refracting surface is present, so the refracted ray does not come in this direction. Then in which direction it goes? Just see here. Let this one is the point A2. A2 is the point on the second refracting surface. That is, the first refracted ray meet the second refracting surface at point A2, and this one is the angle R1. Normal refracted ray. Yes or no? Then this is the incident ray for second refracting surface. Yes or no? Then I have to draw a perpendicular at the point A2. Then just draw a perpendicular at the point A2. Let this one is the perpendicular at point A2. Hence, this angle becomes I2. Yes or no? This angle becomes I2. Incident ray normal I2. Okay. Then the ray, this is the incident ray which travels from the optically denser medium to the optically rarer medium. Yes or no? Then the ray, the refracted ray goes away from the normal. Okay. Then just see here. This is the actual path of the incident ray. This is the normal. Yes or no? The refracted ray goes away from the normal. That is towards this direction. Yes or no? And this is the point I on the principal axis, which is the final image obtained by the lens. Yes or no? And let this one is the angle. This one. This one is C2. The normal which I draw at the point A2 meet the principal axis at C2. C2 is the center of curvature for second refracting surface, which makes an angle gamma 2, with the principal axis, and this I makes an angle beta 2 with the principal axis. Okay. Then I have to draw two more things, that is the perpendicular here from A2 to principal axis, that is named M2, and the another one is from A1 to the principal axis, that is named here M1. Okay. Then just see object, and this one is the optical center. Okay, optical center. This one is the object. Distance between object and optical center is the object distance. Yes or no? Just write down the object distance U. Okay. Then this is the C2, center of curvature, and then I have to draw a, this one is the I1. Yes or no? I1, first image which is produced by the first refracting surface. That this one is the V1. V for image distance, 1 for first refracting surface. Then this one is the I. I is the final image, named as V. Image distance V. Yes or no? Then C2, radius of curvature for second. Then C1, radius of curvature for first one. Okay, we got object distance, first image distance, then the final image distance, radius of curvature for first refracting surface, radius of curvature for second refracting surface. And this one, this medium has refractive index mu1, which is optically rarer medium, and the lens of refractive index mu2, which is optical denser medium, and this one is the mu1, optically rarer medium. Okay. Yes or no? This is all about the ray diagram of lens maker formula. Just see it carefully. Yes or no? Then just see how I derive the lens maker formula. First write something. Consider only the first refracting surface. Just I have to consider the first refracting surface. Let us consider the first refracting surface. First refracting surface. Consider the first refracting surface. In a first refracting surface, we have alpha 1, beta 1, gamma 1. Let's see the diagram. We have alpha 1, beta 1 and gamma 1. Alpha 1 is the angle made by the incident ray, yes or no? Beta 1 is the angle made by the refracted ray, and the gamma 1 is the angle made by the normal with the principal axis. Yes or no? Just write down here. Alpha 1, beta 1 and gamma 1 are the angles made by the incident ray, then beta 1 is what? Refracted ray and normal at the principal axis. Here we consider a thin lens. That means the angles, that is alpha 1, beta 1, gamma 1 are very, very small. That is, the sine of the angle and the tan of the angle is equal to its angle. Yes or no? We all know if the angles are very, very small, then the sine of its angle and the tan of its angle is equal to its angle. There, I have to derive. Just see alpha 1, beta 1, gamma 1. Just see the diagram. In the diagram, just see, first we have to find the I1 and R1 in triangle A1 O C1. Just see the triangle A1 O C1, in which you can write I1 is equal to alpha 1 plus gamma 1. Yes or no? I1 equal to alpha 1 plus gamma 1. Then in triangle A1 I1 C1, so see the angle, see the triangle A1 I1 C1. In A1 I1 C1 triangle, gamma 1 equal to R1 plus beta 1. Yes or no? That implies we can write here, we have to find the R1. So R1 equal to gamma 1 minus beta 1. Yes or no? So we find out I1 and R1. Then from Snell's law, what here? From Snell's law, mu 1 sin I1 equal to mu 2 sin R1. Yes or no? That is sin I1 by sin R1 equal to mu 2 by mu 1. If you cross multiply this, we got mu 1 sin I1 equal to mu 2 sin R1. Then, as I said, here we take the thin lens, that is the angle, and this is the assumption equally. The angle alpha 1, beta 1, gamma 1 are very, very small. Yes or no? Here you can write mu 1 I1 equal to mu 2 R1. Yes or no? In place of I1, we can write alpha 1 gamma 1. That is mu 1 alpha 1 plus gamma 1 equal to mu 2. In place of R1, we have to write gamma 1 minus beta 1. Gamma 1 minus beta 1. Yes or no? Then open the bracket now. Then mu 1 alpha 1 plus mu 1 gamma 1 plus mu 1 gamma 1 equal to mu 2 gamma 1 minus mu 2 beta 1 Yes or no? Then here you can write mu 1 alpha 1 plus mu 2 beta 1 is equal to mu 2 minus mu1 gamma 1. Yes or no? mu2 minus mu1 gamma 1. Then I have to express the alpha 1, beta 1, gamma 1 in terms of object distance, image distance. Yes or no? Then just see how I relate. In triangle A1 O M1, A1 O M1, triangle A1 O M1, tan alpha 1. Just see the triangle. In triangle A1 O M1, tan alpha 1 equal to, what is got tan alpha 1 equal to A1 M1 by O M1. Yes or no? A1 M1 by O M1. As you take the thin less, then M1 approaches to C, optical center. So here you can write A1 C by OC. Yes or no? Then, as you know, alpha 1 is very, very small. So tan of alpha 1 is nearly equal to alpha 1. That is why here you can write alpha 1 nearly equal to A1C by OC. Yes or no? Similarly, you just see the triangle A1 M1 I1. In triangle A1 M1 I1. In triangle A1 M1 I1, tan beta 1. Here you can write beta 1. Tan beta 1 equal to A1 M1 by M1 I1. Yes or no? Here you can write A1 C by C I1. Similarly, if we take the triangle, if we take a triangle A1 C1 M1, A1 C1 M1, then you got gamma 1, which is nearly equal to tan gamma 1 equal to A1 M1 by M1 C1, or you can write A1 C by C C1. Yes or no? A1 C by C C1. Then we have to put this in this equation. Let this is the equation 1. Okay. Then just see how I put this in the equation. Yes. Okay. Then just see. Mu1 alpha 1, right here. Mu1, in place of alpha 1, we can write A1C by OC. Yes or no? A1C by OC plus mu2. In place of beta 1, we can write, A1C by CI1. A1C by C I1. Okay. Then is equal to mu2 minus mu1. Mu2 minus mu1. In place of gamma 1, we can write A1C by CC1. A1C by CC1. Yes or no? Just see here. Here is A1C. Here also A1C. Here also A1C. So A1C cancelled out. Yes or no? What you got here? That is mu1 by OC plus mu2 by CI1 is equal to mu2 minus mu1 1 by c1. Yes or no? This we got from the first refracting surface. This one is the equation 2. Okay. Now, if similarly if we take the second refracting surface, we get what do you get? Here you get mu1 by, just see how I write this, mu1 by, in place of O I have to write I. Here this is the object and here is this is the image. IC. We have to cancel this term. So just put a minus symbol and write on this. mu2 by CI1. Then as it is mu2 minus mu1. Then in place of CC1, this is the C1 for the first center of curvature. Here I have to write the second center of curvature, C2. Okay. And this one is the equation 3. Now, by adding equation 2 and 3, we get, what do you get? Just add this equation 1, 2 and 3. mu1 by OC plus mu1 by IC. These two cancel. Yes or no? This is the minus, this is the plus, cancel out. Then mu2 minus mu1, take common, mu2 minus mu1. Here, what do you get? 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Yes or no? Now we have to use the sign convention. Just see. How is the sign convention? By using sign convention, what we got here? Sign convention. Object distance. That is OC. Just see the figure. This is the ray diagram. Object distance is OC. Here OC is negative as it is left to the optical center. Yes or no? Then image distance. Image distance is, just see the ray diagram. Image distance is CI. Yes or no? I, that is, here I write IC. So write down IC. IC is plus V. Yes or no? Positive V. Right side to the optical center. Then C1 and C2. Radius of curvature. Yes or no? Radius of curvature. Just see. Here R1 is positive, that is CC1. CC1, right side of the optical center, that is positive, plus R1, and CC2 is minus R2. Just put these values here. What I got? Just see. Take mu1 common. 1 by minus u, yes or no, plus 1 by v equal to mu2 minus mu1 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Yes or no? Final answer. Divide mu1 the both side of the equation. What I got? 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to mu2 by mu1 minus 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Yes or no? This becomes, from the thin length formula, we know 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. Yes or no? 1 by f is equal to mu 2 by mu 1, that is mu 1 2. Ray travels from first medium to second medium, minus 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is our required lens maker formula. Lens maker formula. This is a required lens maker formula. What is this? 1 by f equal to mu 1 2 minus 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2.